The Grumpy Squirrel and the Shared Acorn. Scary the Squirrel lived in a hollow oak tree. He was very grumpy and never liked to play. He kept all his little nuts in a pile just for himself. Scary sat on his branch and frowned at the forest. He did not want to share his space. He liked being alone with his treasures in the big green woods. One morning, Scary went for a long walk. He looked under the bushes and near the old logs. He wanted to find something special to add to his tiny pile. Suddenly, he saw it near a silver stream. It was the biggest acorn he had ever seen. It was shiny, smooth, and much larger than his whole head and body. "This is mine!" Scary shouted to the trees. He hugged the giant acorn tightly with his paws. He did not want any other animal to see his grand and golden prize. Scary tried to lift the giant acorn. He pulled and he pushed, but it was very heavy. His face turned red as he tugged at the stubborn, round nut today. He tried to roll it up the hill. The acorn was too big for one squirrel. It wobbled and it shook, but it did not move very far at all. Scary sat down and huffed. He was tired and his arms felt weak. He looked at the giant acorn and felt a little bit sad and very alone right now. A small squirrel named Acorn hopped over. Acorn had a kind face and soft gray fur. "Do you need some help with that big nut?" Acorn asked with a smile. "No," Scary grumbled. "Go away and find your own nut." He turned his back on Acorn. He did not want to share his giant acorn with anyone in the forest. Scary tried to push the acorn again. This time, it started to roll backward. It rolled over his tail and pinned him against a large, mossy rock in the grass. "Help!" Scary cried out. He could not move. The giant acorn was too heavy to push away. He felt very stuck, and he was starting to get a little scared. Acorn ran back to help Scary. He put his small paws against the giant acorn. "I will help you push," Acorn said. He did not mind that Scary was grumpy. Together, the two squirrels pushed with all their might. The giant acorn finally rolled away from Scary. He stood up and dusted off his bushy tail with a sigh. "Thank you," Scary whispered quietly. It was the first time he had ever said those words. He looked at Acorn and saw that Acorn was very tired from the work. Scary looked at the giant acorn. It was big enough for two squirrels. He looked at Acorn and felt a warm feeling inside his chest that he never felt before. "Would you like to share this nut?" Scary asked. Acorn's eyes grew wide and bright. "I would love to," Acorn chirped. They sat down together by the silver, sparkling stream. They cracked open the giant acorn. It was filled with the sweetest nut meat ever. They ate until they were full. Sharing made the nut taste even better than before. Scary was not grumpy anymore. He and Acorn became the best of friends. They spent every day playing in the trees and looking for more treasures to share together now. Scary learned that having a friend is much better than having a pile of nuts. He was a happy squirrel who loved to share everything with his new friend, Acorn.